Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Monster Train. I realized after I recorded the last run that I kind of skipped over a lot of general game information and game mechanics, but here's the deal. I've got 200 runs of this game up on YouTube in a convenient playlist. If you want to learn about Monster Train, you should watch that. Because I'm just jumping into runs to play the game. So I will be skipping a lot of analysis and explanation here. Let's depart. Random. I did try to record this run just a moment ago. Pretty much died on the first or second boss 3 times in a row. So let me adjust my play style here. What happened? Way too aggressive on the pack shards. We basically have to be very careful about what we take. Buff, debuff, Seraph. Units deal 1 damage on death. And Rage Fell. Rage Fell's probably the hardest. Ice Tornado, Wicklash, Guardian's Amulet. We are Stygian Exile and Melting Exile. Oh god, the difficult two. Reform a random unit with the Mold, and Forgone Power, Frostbite, discard a card at random, and Soul Guard the Martyr, who I don't even know how to play as anymore, so this will be interesting. When a card with Consume is played, restore 5 HP. When a friendly unit dies, give it plus 10. And can't gain 1 shard. If Soul Guard dies, does he come back with all of his shard intact? We have no consume cards. We have Wicklashes, so honestly there's a bit of a reform synergy here with resin blocks. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's take resin block. As our units die, we can keep reforming them. And then we can have either a 45-45 Soul Guard or a 0-10 action, deal 3 damage per shard to the front enemy unit Soul Guard. The phased Soul Guard is fun, but the problem is he does nothing until you remove the phasing. And eventually I think he can become like a 200-200. I am super curious though if he comes back with the full shard stacks. Like if he dies and you mold him. Although I'm realizing if you die and you mold him, he's gonna have burnout too. But he'll still be like a 45-45, right? 3 damage per shard to the front enemy unit. This is pretty good, because it does mean that eventually you could just like kill a unit in 1 hit. But it's an action ability. It happens after the enemy unit's attack, and it only kills 1 unit as opposed to the Frostbite one. Let's try the Incant synergy here. Well, I guess they're both Incant synergy. And screw taking the gold. This has screwed me over way too often than I would like to admit. I don't care if units die. We don't care about the spikes. But we'll take no pack shards. We'll just play normally. Maybe we'll even just do runs with no pack shards until we become more confident in this game. So 45-45. 4 incants means that you live. I think what I'm gonna do is maybe play you here and try to unlock you for next turn. So that's 2 incants. We should be able to unlock you. I hate that you are getting away every time. These damn collectors. So it'll be Train Steward, Reform. Now you're unlocked. We're not killing the collector, unfortunately. And more shards doesn't matter. I guess nothing is incantable, huh? Man, it's really hard, this game, when you have no directed damage at all. we really do need spells that deal direct damage. I should have killed you. I forgot that you had spikes. So you're taking 10 damage. The boss will die. That's pretty... Oh, I should have played this. I discarded it. We expected the boss to die. Our unit is very strong early because of the fact that they are 45-45. They can handle the fight for quite some time. I do like Offering Token. It's a good incant. We're not really losing units. We have nothing to mold and 5 cards that reform units. So I don't think we need a molded. I don't think we need hallowed dripplings, and I don't think we need memories of the melted. I think this is a weird skip. Maybe it's not even that weird. Now maybe a burnout unit is exactly what we want. We want something that can burn out and be replayable. Let's see what we get. Bounty Stalker is what we want. Eventually we might be able to get him to be endless, but he is such a good unit early due to the extinguish effect, plus 8 damage permanently. Wickless Baron is also really fun. As a harvest unit, he can become a great tank, but let's go for the damage of Bounty Stalker. Maybe we can put him on the same floor as Soul Guard eventually. Permafrost. Permafrost Amulet means eventually it'll be hit by Offering Token. An Offering Token is a good holdover target too, because then it's a free incant every floor that just discards a card that you don't want. So we will, Oh, Weaklash doesn't reform, it just buffs a unit. Oh, there's another card like this that reforms one unit and gives it more attack. I always get him confused. I think we will permafrost this, and then we can double stack it and then just keep playing it over and over again. Might make an Ice Tornado cheaper. I don't know if we need to make one of them do more damage. We'd rather just remove other cards in our deck. Spell Chain's pretty fun too. Like what about a Spell Chain Permafrost Guardian's Amulet. When you play it, you get another one in your hand that can be hit by Offering Token. I kinda like it. A weird, infinitely reusable sap. Except it's not infinitely reusable, it's just a little bit of sap. Maybe that's not what we want. 30 damage with piercing. It is good. How much is this? Plus 10 pack shards? You know what? I'll take it. As long as this has a gray border and the threat level is low, it's not Midnight, it's not DEFCON 1, I'm okay. Armor 10 should not be a big problem. Soul Guard hits like a truck when he actually does come out. What was our other unit, by the way? Bounty Stalker, okay. So we want Bounty Stalker to always come out and always die, so goodbye. I think we will play Soul Guard. These units are gonna make it up though if I can't kill them. I have an Ice Tornado I can use if I have to, so let's Soul Guard. Oh, never mind, goodbye Ice Tornado. Should have seen that one coming. This is 3 kills, and then this is another kill on top of it. It is another kill, it just takes a moment to come out. So what we're gonna do, we could unlock Soul Guard and then maybe kill the Conduit Reflector on another turn. We don't really have anything to kill it with. We do, we have Bounty Stalker. He's gonna come back next turn because we're gonna almost certainly grab a Molded. In that case, we should unlock him, make sure that you die next turn. Okay, good. I'm glad I thought that out. Offering Token we can play. We get a free sap, which doesn't really do that much, but at least it's something. Hey, we have a reform. Bounty Stalker will come out and then die immediately, but he will get a kill. And then, you're already dying. Might as well just play it. It doesn't stay in our hand. I guess that's the problem with making that offering card frozen, is that it might not always freeze, will it? So if we play Bounty Stalker, he'll probably die. I don't want him to die. I'm okay taking 3 damage on the Pyre to make the Bounty Stalker stronger. So what I'm gonna do, I guess we could play him up here. He'll get a kill and the pyre will take 1 damage, and then we can kill the boss in the future. We have a lot of like ice tornadoes coming up, and another reformation, and we can reform Soul. We can see if Soul Guard actually does keep his stacks. This is so much valuable information, I think. And you're gonna burn out before the champion gets there, which is, I think, perfect. So I can maybe reform you again. So there's gonna be a lot of like experimentation happening here, but I think that's intentional. So let's end turn. Our pyre's gonna take 1 hit. Soul Guard died, but we should mold him back on this turn, and then we can see if he retains his stacks. He does not, but he does still burn out. Okay, so the Soul Guard, we can't let him die. Understood. Ice Tornado will kill the boss next turn, so just end turn. We'll see if we can bring back, actually, we don't need to bring back our Bounty Stalker, because he already died. He did what we wanted him to do, die. Okay, I like it. You know, we're figuring this out a little bit here. Helical Crystallis, Titan's Gratitude, Mollusk Mage. Attuned, multiplies the effects of magic power by 5, discards a card at random. We have a lot of discarding, and with Ice Tornadoes, I don't think we need Helical. So I think this is a skip. Mollusk Mage for the magic power is all right, but that literally only affects Ice Tornado, and they're already getting a kill pretty much, so. Now a Draft, that's a very good burnout target to bring back over and over again. Multi-strike 1 and burnout. In fact, that's actually pretty good to put on, to meld into our Bounty Stalker. It would just give him multi-strike, 1 burnout, and then who cares, because we can just mold him back over and over again every turn. It guarantees the death on turn 1, and it gives us an extra stack of multi-strike. Regardless of what we meld, this is the card that we want. We want a unit. Harvest, gain gold, strike, spell weakness, incant armor. What do we have? We have an incant floor, so we would probably like a tank. I mean, that's it, right? That's the logic. We have to incant on our Soul Guard. Soul Guard. If we go left, we can heal the pyre and possibly upgrade Stonker, but we don't need to. I think we'd be better off upgrading spells again, getting another unit, and what would but if it's multi-strike, if it's quick, if it's endless, oh man, endless would be incredible with a Bounty Stalker. We probably wouldn't want to give him burnout unless we also freeze Wicklashes, but I gotta look. The pyre health is also good. Another stack of multi-strike, okay. I mean, that's multi-strike built in is awesome, because if we get endless, now we don't have to worry about melding the draft into him, but that's exactly what we want on the Stalker. More health, I don't feel like that matters. More health on the tank matters. More health on the draft matters, so that it can do more damage, but we'll buff the guard because he's gotta live. And then incant, gain armor 2. Now it's an incant, gain armor 5, which is pretty okay. We're gonna be incanting a lot, ideally. Gain an artifact for 15, or cavern. Let's go to the caverns. Make me 5 copies of Bounty Stalker. Let's just purge a card. Admittedly, restore 5 health is good, but I think I'm just gonna dump a Train Steward. We have to get rid of the Train Stewards because we want the reform cards. They're random. We need them to hit the units specifically. We need them to hit Bounty Stalker or Draft. And we need to get 2 of these per turn, pretty much, these molds. So holdover on these is all of a sudden a good deal. Okay, there is a duplicator coming up. So we can duplicate Bounty Stalker, which I think we should do. He's already got multi-strike, which is decent. There's a meld, which we don't have to take advantage of. We can just have units. There's another meld coming up. trinkets. We'll probably hit this unit upgrade. So meld, gold, artifact, melder. Yeah, let's just oh, but like it's a free artifact. Yeah, I don't know. Because there's one artifact in particular. It doubles your incants, which means that Soul Guard, it takes half as long to get out. And that's insanely awesome. And if you can get it, you're insanely happy. But it is hard to get because it's, you know, completely random. Okay, we're taking very little damage. We've got a tank out there. Bounty Stalker, if we play him, he'll die immediately. So let's play him on the middle floor, then he can, you know, at least maybe do damage next turn. And then he'll die, you know, the turn after, I hope. You're taking 22 damage. That's a lot of damage. Okay, we have Soul Guard. Soul Guard is kind of a tank, but another tank is still okay. You know, what I would really love? I don't know, any of these units instead of just the same molds over and over again. But hey, there's a lot of armor. Those guys are gonna do 1 damage at the pyre, I think. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I think we play the Train Steward, which will die, so we won't be Ember Drained. Draft, Whiplash. All of a sudden it lives and gets 2 kills. We'll give you more armor. We have to kill the next unit coming up, but we still have a draft up there, so. Form a unit. Well, we have to play it because we want to get the Stalker. Instead, we got a Train Steward. Well, you know, you got Burnout 1. You do make a good tank. And you're not getting the kill, so you know what? Let's get you up here. Apply +10 and Burnout 2. Frostbite, Ice Tornado. We'll do 1 damage moving up. So the draft will kill both of these units. So I think we just play the Ice Tornado. Saves us damage, gets some kills, and then we'll just keep incanting for the armor. We're on final wave. Boss is taking 300 damage, which is very good. And why are you? Oh, we're dying to the bomb. Okay, well, we can deal with that. So now we have Bounty Stalker. You're taking 425 damage, which is absurd. You have Burnout 1. Take down. Then you're all dead. Train Steward we might as well put out. And then we have molds coming up. We only have 1 mold, which I guess is the risky business here. 475, we did another 50 damage. Well, 45 damage. I'm trying to save my pyre as much as possible, and I'm trying to play the Stalker as much as possible. Got a draft. We're not guaranteed to be able to reform anything, so this is just a time when you say, okay, let's just make sure that the boss dies. That was not that bad. Ice and Pyre, deal 90 damage to the front. Trigger Extinguish without killing it. Wow, they really nerfed this card, huh? Used to be free and not consume. I like it to hit Bounty Stalker, but he's already a 50 times 2. Do we really need to buff him once more per combat? Because that's all that would be, 1 buff. No. You could also use it on the gold goblins. Transfer Frostbite and double it. I mean, we don't really have Frostbite, we just have a couple of cards. So I think this is a skip. Although buffing them would be pretty sweet. You know what, let's take it. Sweep, Slay, Harvest. We're not losing too many units. Just a big heavy hitting unit would be okay. A sweeper would be nice. We do have a bit of a problem with sweeping. We can't sweep. So if we do get quick, putting that on Icy Silophyte and giving it a little bit of damage would be awesome. So I am leaning towards this. I like having enough units so that depending on what I get from the unit upgrade store, I can put it on something. Multi-strike, we can put it on something. Endless, we can put it on something. Sweep, we can put it, or quick, we can put it on something. You know, we have a target for all of those big quality upgrades. Large stone, we can probably put it on something, maybe the draft. So I think I'm gonna get capacity. Then we can have Silophyte Guard and Soul Guard on the same floor. And we probably do not need to take capacity again. So I really think we duplicate the Bounty Stalker. It's such an important unit for us right now. It's the only thing doing damage. So I think we'll go that path. We get some money. We double up on our good Stalker, and we can always just upgrade him again later. Revenge, apply Frostbite 1 per shard. I think I'm just gonna stack Soul Guard and we'll try to make it work, even though we're not really a incant build. Divine Temple, plus 30 magic power, purge cost -1. Oh, good. Put a unit in a unit. We don't really want to burn out our Bounty Stalkers. I don't really want to meld anything. Extinguish +4 is fine to put into a Stalker, but why not just have 2 of them? 2 is better than 1. So we're just gonna move on again, not doing anything with our pact shards, but that's okay. Armor 15 should not be a big problem. These units already have 35 HP. And, I mean, this is kind of what I wanted, isn't it? We're not incanting at all, but do this, do this. We might be taking some hits here. Although, Bounty Stalkers do get kills. Something you should be aware of. Like Burnout 2. He's gonna die next turn anyways. We don't need to give him Burnout, although more damage would be nice. We'll instead start incanting, because we gotta do a lot of this. There's no reason to mold. There's not really a reason to Wicklash though, so I'd rather play mold just to incant. You're gonna burn out so you can get the gold, and then we can do this. There you go. 2 incants. We only need 8 more. 7 more, rather. Oh, hey, look, a Bounty Stalker. Here's the thing. The Bounty Stalker is doing his job. That doesn't matter. Who cares? We have spell weakness, so this actually will kill everything? And then we can mold 1 more. Get another Bounty Stalker with Burnout. You know what's gonna happen here. You're gonna burn out. That was the one card you didn't you didn't have to hit. Okay, form another unit. But let me take a quick look here. 1 Stalker is 60, 1 is 96. I think we want to extinguish this one because we want them to be roughly equivalent. As equivalent as possible, I think. You're hitting for 5, you're hitting for 5. You're gonna die. But you're gonna get 2 kills. If we get an Ice Tornado, we can kill you before you hit the pyre. You're gonna hit it twice at this point. Not much we can do. You burning out longer would be okay. Actually, if I discard the amulet. Yeah, if I discard the amulet, we can kill them all. Let's try. Do this one day I will play this amulet. Okay, you're taking 5 damage. 2 incants will probably kill you and protect our pyre. So Yeah, let's do that. You're not gonna burn out. You're not gonna burn out. I can actually play the sap, so there you go. Just to prove that I can. And this went very well, I think. I like the floor bounty stalkers. They do a lot of damage. When we get them both out, nothing will survive because we can just play it for an absurd amount of damage every combat, every turn. If we make them endless, we don't have to worry about them burning out, so they can live infinitely in theory. Freeze a card, apply frozen to a card in hand. I think freezing a mold is actually very important. Extinguish summon 2 drafts. This would be, you would take this if you wanted harvest synergies, because for 1 death, you get 3 deaths. You get the death of the host and then the death of 2 drafts. But we do not have a harvest synergy here. Mortal Entrapment's pretty good. Daze 3 is a lot of days. It's a hard card to play though. 3 energy means you basically have to spend a whole turn on it. But if you're fighting a boss, to get Daze 3 and 3 turns of being able to hit the boss for free, it's pretty decent. We'll take it. We can, it's a good target for reducing its cost at the very least. Now we do want to upgrade units. Removing cards would be great, and maybe even getting, looking for an incant trinket. I actually think our units are good. And then we can just get a unit upgrade here next turn. So I'm gonna go Merchant. Remove 2 cards. What do we remove? That's an easy choice. I don't want units clogging up the reform pool. And then we look for double incant, and we got it. Which means that our Soul Guard is actually gonna be playable now. It takes half as long to buff him. That's insanely great. Power gets plus 15 attack or plus 40 health. I don't know if we need it anymore. I honestly don't. I think we're set. We might legitimately be set now. Can't afford any of them. They were all 215 before I hit the button, so a little upset about that one. Spell Chain. Now this is kind of nice because you can Spell Chain double Extinguish. But a double Offering token might be better for the incanting, and a double Preserve means that we can maybe hold on to multiple cards, like multiple primitives, which is very important so that we can keep molding appropriately, because we gotta mold once a turn. Guardian's Amulet again, you can dump it twice out of your hand. I wish this could become the 3rd upgrade slot on a spell, but I kind of like the Preserve, honestly. To be able to choose what gets saved into your hand for the next turn, because we can play a card, then play all of the 0 cost forgone powers. Taking it. I'm taking it. And we do not want to meld units, at least not yet. Yeah, that's fair. And then what do we have coming up? 100 gold, an artifact, and then another meld. So if we want to try to do divinity, we can. We will probably get enough pact shards. I want to keep the danger level kind of low, because we can easily get the money, upgrade units heavily, easily take the artifact. That's 25. And we'll probably go left path for the spell upgrades here. And then if we maybe duplicate a card and then do duplicate a unit and then put a unit in a unit, we can certainly get to 100 at this level. So let's not take anything here. I'm planning ahead. I'm looking into the future. Enemy units appearing on each floor. At most, if we don't kill anything, it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 pyre damage. It's not really that much. Okay. Do you want to have Ember Drain? This actually does feel like an opportunity to start at the top with Soul Guard. Gives us more time to Ember Drain, and then we can just get Bounty Stalker here at the bottom to kill this guy immediately. It means our Pyre is gonna probably take some damage, but it does mean we kill this guy. I think we want to start here. If we start here, we kill 2 units. But you're gonna kill Bounty Stalker next turn. I don't want to be Ember Drained. I'm gonna go down here. Oh man, he gets 10 armor per incant, I just realized. That's pretty good, that's pretty good. And I'll be honest, our sweeper doesn't matter at the bottom because they do what, 1 spell weakness? So we can play a Bounty Stalker and then wait for the sweeper to come back around, or even play him up here if we really want. You know, we could play him at the top just to kill all the enemies. We're probably gonna draw them. So you know, I'm gonna play you here to get the kills. I should have played that on the bottom floor. That's my bad. So Silophyte actually won't be able to live now. Because I killed one of them. Right. Okay, you know, it makes sense. It does make sense. Whatever, our Pyre's gonna take a tiny bit of damage, who cares? Let's just start the incanting. We're gonna draw our Bounty Stalkers, so I'm not worried about this guy at all. Maybe I'm worried a little bit, because he's gonna live, at least temporarily. But we'll get another Bounty Stalker next turn, in theory. Plus 10 and Burnout 2. To a friendly unit. Can't even play that on you. I would have to play it on you, but I don't want to do that. I think we just incant. It would activate Soul Guard, but I don't think that's necessary. We're gonna get our units back once we get our Reform. We did draw 2 Reform cards early, but now we got them. So there's a Silophyte. We actually do. Where's our freaking other Bounty Stalker? There's one. Oh, he died, and we haven't brought him back yet. Okay, so we'll play this now. There he is. You're making it to the Pyre. Oh wait, no you're not. Burnout 1 means there's no Ember Drain. You're an 89 times 2. So you're probably this Bounty Stalker. So you getting the buff from Intent on Death is totally fine. We might as well play it. You're living, which is also fantastic because it means you're getting some kills. Silophyte has Burnout. Does 16 damage, so honestly, I'm like, okay, I should put you in the front. Although you would have died, so this is okay. And I actually don't want to play Forgone Power. I want to keep these 2 frozen cards in hand. Okay, Primitive Mold. Let's start, let's start with the draft, because actually a draft Wicklash gets a kill and then we don't have to worry about anything else in this floor. So draft, Wicklash. Now you're dead. We're about to shuffle, which is good. This is a funny one, but watch this. Preserve, Offering Token, preserve, Mold. Now we can dump the Offering Token next turn and then also bring back a Bounty Stalker. Although you're just doing damage. And you're actually so wounded that I kind of want to let you kill my stalkers, move up, and so I can keep buffing them. It's actually kind of important that we try to do this, that we try to keep buffing our stalkers as much as possible. So I'm going to... And our stalkers can kill you in literally one shot. So I'm gonna mold on the non-encamp floor. You have burnout too. So let's put you up here to burnout. And then honestly, let's keep the draft alive. There's not really a point, is there? But it's a card to play, so let's do it. We have 5 frozen cards in hand. That artifact that makes frozen cards free would be insanely great. So you're gonna die. You're gonna die. We can, this is exactly what I wanted. We can preserve the mold, and next turn we can summon both bounty stalkers, because they're both gonna die. Which is what we want. We want to be able to summon them so that we can, rather we want them to die so they get the permanent damage bonus. So then we'll just preserve, it doesn't matter what, preserve a Wicklash. We have 7 frozen cards in our hand. Very frosty deck here. And really the only reason why I kept the molds was just to make sure that we could get the kill. Oh look, you're dead. Also, oh look, Guardian's Amulet for free. Oh look, he's not burning out. Oh look, we have, oh I can't actually afford Primitive Mold. We can play Soul Guard. With Burnout 1, we have to play 5 spells every turn to keep him going, but yeah, that was good. Titan's Tooth, 5 damage to enemy units and Frostbite 10. For a sweep spell, it's actually pretty good. It just wipes a floor. And we don't really have anything that wipes because we haven't gotten quick on the Silophyte yet. But I also understand the need to maybe make the deck way thinner so that we can get stalkers and molds faster. So I think we actually skip on this one. Perform 2 random units. That's a great freeze target too, because we can just play this if we have nothing else to play. So I do like Sacred Wicks. Anything that gets us molding faster is good. Now spell upgrades or unit upgrades. We have a lot of upgrades that we need to get out there. Our spells are kind of fine so far, but card removal is good too. And we need that card removal, honestly. So we'll go for Train Steward out. Forgone Powers can definitely go. We're not doing anything with the Frostbite. Quick, we want on the Silophyte, that's fantastic. We need damage so that it can get a kill in 1 hit, so let's buff the Burnout Draft so that it lives for 1 more turn when we play it. And an Endless Stalker is perfect. And we'll put it on the good one. This way, he never has Burnout, and if we want to, we can wait for Relentless and then put him on the floor with the boss. We can put him on the floor every turn with the boss, behind tanks. We don't really have any tanks, let's be honest, but that's still an amazing upgrade that we want. And then Silophyte needs the damage. We could make the draft like really live, kind of be a little bit of a tanky draft, I suppose. It's a cheap upgrade, and we will also, actually what's left? Nothing. Let's remove a Forgone Power. If I can remove all 5 of these, I'll be very happy. So you know what, let's do it again. And then honestly, I actually am of the opinion that we should get some gold for the future. We're at threat level medium. We have 35 fighting Fel. That's not a lot of pack shards, that should be fine. I just want to have a little bit of money available in case we can get some upgrades. We do need spell upgrades soon. Okay, your rage is highly annoying. However, I have a quick Silophyte who will die if I play you down here, so we're not gonna do that. As a result, what we're gonna do, although I guess I could just reform you over and over again, but I don't wanna, well, one of our bounty stalkers is no longer reform capable. We can totally play you down here. The alternative is play you up here and then wait for the incanting to start. And then maybe we can work down the Clip Guardian. But they're gonna get stronger as they move up because they're gonna be hit by the rage constantly. I actually feel like Silophyte down here is perfectly fine. Because of the fact that she's quick. So we will play some spells. If we get an Ice Tornado, I think that we might be able to kill this guy, which is why I don't think it's too much of a problem. Or we can just play one Bounty Stalker. Taking 82 damage. By the way, now the 2 weak units are dying. I will just buff your damage. You're gonna have 4 HP. I mean, I'm still gonna do it. We do need to kill you though. A sap would be acceptable. You would only hit the pyre for 12. So maybe I'm happy with it. Okay, we need the tank. He's gonna tank a lot of damage, unironically, but this might be an opportunity for the sap down here, because this guy's doing 15 times 2 damage. Are you kidding me? Maybe I don't mind if you die. Maybe I mind, and maybe what I should do is just play you up at the top so that you get the kill. Yeah, it seems better. Oh, we got a draft too. So this will unlock Soul Guard, which is nice. And keeps our tank alive, which is also nice. The draft is 15 times 2. I want the Stalkers to die. 30 damage to you doesn't really matter that much. Rage, you're gonna make it up a floor. Actually think we maybe put the draft down here. Although we're gonna get the Silophyte and we wanna put her on the bottom floor for the sweep. You're already Ember Drained. You know what, let's just, let's get this draft out here to do some damage. He can probably kill this guy as he moves up next turn, so don't play Forgone Power. We gotta dump that card. Because I don't want to get rid of the preserve. We need to preserve molds when they come around. And next turn we're gonna get a lot of them. So on this turn we can surely just play one. We did get the Stalker, which is what we wanted. If this Stalker dies, we don't have to mold him because he's endless. Damage. In order to kill you, we do need to play the Stalker at the top, but it will die immediately, and then we'll be able to kill these guys next turn. So we're gonna Stalker at the top. Apply Burnout 2 plus 10 to a friendly unit. You sweep for 8. You do 19 times 2. The stealth, we have to rely on the stealth to get a kill here. I actually just don't even know if we play Wicklash. I will, so that we're guaranteed to mold the units that we want to mold, but that's a weird one. Okay, Bounty Stalker. Surprise, surprise. I mean, they're doing a lot of damage. It's kind of their whole deal, isn't it? And then we can reform 2 units. So let's reform 2 units. Oh look, it's another Bounty Stalker. And then we'll just, we'll retain these 2 primitive molds for the future. So this Bounty Stalker, you know, you might as well just like, I want you to die to, oh, you're gonna die to Burnout anyways. I want this one to die though too. How do we, it's weird. How do we kill as many Bounty Stalkers as possible? We actually play this one up here. It's highly unusual, but I want my Bounty Stalkers to die as long as possible, as many times as possible. And we definitely want, I'm realizing, we definitely want to trigger the Extinguish on the Endless one, because the other one gets damage bonuses whenever it comes back from the death. from the dead. You'll be dead. You know what we could do? No, we gotta preserve twice. We don't have the time to play an ice tornado. So play a mold, preserve it. Play preserve it. Wicklash. Guess we can just play it to get it out of our hand. Buffs the, I mean, it's gonna buff the draft for when he comes back anyways. Now you're both dying, perfect. You're both dying, perfect. And we have another mold, which we can play. Or preserve it. And in fact, we should probably preserve it, because we want to preserve as many of these as possible. You're burning out. Honestly, you taking both of these is pretty good. I'm just incanting here for, oh, that's so good. Just incanting here for the armor, which is gonna keep our Soul Guard alive. We're not gonna draw that many cards, but nothing's making it up to the pyre, and everything's dying. It's beautiful. We just play that every turn and we're set. We play our molds every turn down here and we're still set. Hit you for 100. This'll bring, you know what? Bring back a Bounty Stalker and then hit you for 300 more damage? I mean, they're doing a lot of damage. Final wave. You're taking 700. That's good. Keep the reforms. In fact, just play Ice Tornado. Taking 828 damage. It's almost perfect. And by almost, I mean, it might actually be perfect. 65. We're gonna kill you. We're gonna way overkill you. So I do not think I can kill any more stalkers. I can summon more things. I have 3 dead units, but just let it go. This is a surprisingly good run. Remove all debuff and burnout effects from a unit. This is buff, debuff, Seraph. We don't have buffs or debuffs. Harvest. Deal damage to enemy units equal to 15 times the soul count. I don't think we need this at all. Ascend enemy units and apply daze. I don't think we need this at all. Remove all debuff and burnout effects from a unit. That is good to keep the stalkers alive for like endless, but we do have Wicklashes, and the stalkers are gonna die so often that they're gonna have like burnout 4 or 5 before we hit relentless on boss fights. I don't think we need remove burnout. I really don't. It doesn't do anything. Now, this is an opportunity, I think, for either draw or energy. I think we'd prefer draw to get to the remolds faster. We have to get to those remoldings. And I'll be honest with you, I think we actually get another Bounty Stalker, too. Yeah. We could upgrade spells. I don't think our spells need upgrading. Yeah, I think we just want to buff another Bounty Stalker and get a 300 damage spell that lasts for 2 turns. And we'll probably take the Endless one so that we don't have to actually bring him back with the remolds. Because the remolds, they're gonna bring back the draft, one of the Bounty Stalkers, and they're also gonna bring back anything else that has died, like our tank or the Silophyte. So yeah, I think 2 Endless Bounty Stalkers is totally feasible here. Increases our chances of drawing them early as well. And then Soul Guard requiring 15 stacks of Shard is not that hard because it's only 8. At the start of battle, summon 4 random units from your deck to the middle floor. Spell weakness 1, 5 damage to enemy units when a burnout unit dies. It's not a lot of damage, but, you know, some of our units can do some damage. Sketches of Salvations, if the bounty stalkers die, it doesn't really matter. 2, 3, 4, and we would likely summon multiples, but we really do want the guard to be on the floor with Soul Guard so we can do our incanting. But we can always just mold it back. I actually think that this would be okay to take. It just gets 1 floor of bounty stalkers like immediately, and then we can put Soul Guard on the bottom, start incanting, and then when they die, we'll just bring them back. Yeah, you know, I'll take it. Our order doesn't really matter as much as I thought. And we will just keep, I love that they're exactly the same damage. That means that we're doing good keeping them in sync. But we're just gonna take another Stalker. We might get 3 immediately. Enemy units appear in each floor. Well, the middle floor is not gonna be a problem here. We get them out immediately, they'll die, who cares? Sorry, just took a drink. You die. Who cares? We actually only got 1 Stalker, which is kind of awkward there. If I play you, you will get a kill and then die. Ice Tornado just gets 3 kills though, so I think what we're gonna do is Soul Guard. Actually, we can reform on this turn immediately, which is kind of funny. No, if you die, I'll draw you next turn. Okay. Oh man, this is such a good turn. Watch this. Soul Guard comes out. You know that he's got to do what he's got to do. But we're not going to play anything else on his floor. We're going to play the Bounty Stalker. We're going to play Ice Tornado. And then it doesn't matter. We'll just play Forgotten Power. We're going to get another Bounty Stalker next turn. We're going to get 2 next turn actually. So we can play them wherever we want to kill things. And then we also have one that died that's molded, so we can bring it back. So we should always play primitive mold down here. Admittedly, the bounty stalkers that are endless do take energy every turn. That's not that bad. I'll be honest, I kind of want to just make sure that everything dies on that bottom floor. We have units to kill, you know, at the top floor now, but as long as we get 1 mold, actually, we have 3 units that died. An Ice Tornado will probably get the job done. So we gotta think. 20 damage, spell weakness. So this is either gonna do 120 damage to you or 80 damage to you and kill you. If it doesn't kill the Shadewing, we're gonna take 75 pyre damage? Holy crap. But the mold, what could it hit? It could hit Bounty Stalker, which is what we want, Silophyte, which is okay, and the Draft, which is not enough to get a kill and it's gonna die. So two summons, actually the Silophyte would not be able to kill, no, it will be able to kill a Shadewing. Bounty Stalker would not, because it only attacks twice. So really the Ice Tornado is the play. It didn't hit him! We're gonna take 75 damage. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay, well, let's get the primitive mold. What can I say? I mean, that's just... that's luck of the draw. It had a 50-50 chance 3 times in a row, so it was a 1/8 chance of missing, and it missed all 3 times. Pretty bad, gotta admit, pretty bad. Hate, oh my god, they just do so much damage, and if you can't kill them, you're so screwed. I guess he did get 2 kills coming up, didn't he? So I mean, let's be honest. We got stuff to do. We need to start working towards Soul Guard. 5, 10, nothing. 132 die. You know, one of the I'm realizing more health on the bounty stalkers is nice when they get reformed, and the reforming does make them free, but these are more consistent to play and get out. So I think we need to mold at least once. We got a good stalker. So now you can actually hit twice. Do 160 damage to you. If we put a stalker on the top floor, it's not going to be playable. So I think we just play them both down here. It's such like poor damage, but at least it ensures we get it for the next turn, and it dies this turn. Is there anything else that we really want to play? Not really. This is looking pretty bad. Maybe we can get lucky and get a oh, we can't really play this though. We really do need to either preserve or bounty stalker. We're about to shuffle. We're either gonna get a draft or a silo fight. You know what? I think we actually do this, because either of those units are better than another stalker. Because now we can put down a tank who's gonna die. Not if we play one more spell, which will unlock Soul Guard, who can tank. Okay. Actually, you know what? Would a draft up here be good enough? No, it's gonna get crushed, dude. I gotta think that maybe Sketches is kind of messing up with the mojo here, because we don't have, you know, the sweeper and the guard doing the thing that they need to do, which is killing all the weak units so that the bounty stalkers can focus on the big boys. All these weak guys are making it up. That's the problem. We need to play Forgotten Power. We also need to play the draft. Where do you play it? You're doing 22 damage, doing 44 damage, which is enough to kill the draft. Actually doing 46 damage, but if we unlock Soul Guard, the draft will live. So I think we do this, and then this. Then all of a sudden there's only one unit living to the next floor, and then as long as we don't get a bounty stalker, oh man, I misplayed so poorly. Okay, now we gotta figure out how to survive this. It's okay, we have molds. We can do this. We can do this. We have molds. Mold. Offering token. Dump dead weight. Mold. There's our silo fight. Silo fight will kill. Okay, we're fine. They're both dead. You're dying. You're making it up. You will die next turn to something. Actually, you know what? Let's just kill you. I'm tired of dealing with these units making it up every freaking floor. This is okay. Yeah, we should not have taken Sketches. It's really messing up the rhythm in the system. That being said, we should still be okay. Because we mold, we get another bounty stalker. Bounty stalker goes out, does just the most damage ever. That's only like 100. You know what? We'll mold. Get another guard, why not? Still only doing 576, why? I guess they just do so much damage, huh? Do we want to preserve anything? Not really, so let's just buff his damage permanently and then end turn. Oh, that actually did give us enough armor to survive another shot, which is pretty sweet. What is in the discard? I don't think we want a mold, but I will. Wait, we got a lot of these extra preserves, don't we? I'll just preserve it. Yeah, we're gonna be able to kill you next turn easily because we have bounty stalkers. So take that. You die. Take that. By the way, take this. Looking for the bounty stalker. Didn't get it, but you know, have a guard. So we did take like 85 pyre damage. Oh my god! But that was not that bad. It could have been way worse. We do not need to freeze cards. Get out of here. Skip. Endless extinguish, draw 1. Don't need it. Consume, gain 1 energy, don't need it. Deal damage to enemy units. Actually, you know what? We do lose units. The extra energy, if we could freeze this card, could allow us to play more skills, but I think our units are the key here, not our skills. Spells, really. Now, are we gonna get 50 pack shards and then fight the last divinity? I don't know, maybe. And we could duplicate a unit, meld units, and then, you know, do something here, which is probably what we're gonna go for. Yeah, let's see what happens. So, unit upgrades. We have 855 gold, what the heck? Get rid of these freaking forgone powers. We have a 24 card deck. Large stone. I gotta admit, on a bounty hunter, it'll let them live for another turn, frequently. But that does mean that they just take up way too much capacity. We could give it plus 10 health. But this is the one that gets health anyways when they're reformed, so that might not be important. We could give him burnout, that way he can just immediately be replayed on the next turn without having to die again, which actually is pretty decent. We don't need large stone for the damage. The only reason we would take this is for the HP, and that might be too much HP. Let's check out the trinkets here. Units get an extra upgrade slot. Now you're talking my language. At the end of turn, frozen cards are reduced to 0. Units get an extra upgrade slot. So what would we want Endless on? Or, sorry, Large Stone on? Ooh, the Silophyte. So we come here, we Large Stone the Silophyte, who can now kill units in a single shot that have 25 HP. Turns out that's kind of important. +5, +10. We might as well put that on, you know, anyone. Wickstone, it's super cheap. Put it on a draft. Endless. You know, to just make them all infinitely replayable every turn for 1 energy, because when they get frozen, we can actually play our other cards cheaper. I'm gonna do it. And then I'm gonna give you a little bit more HP. And then we need to get 50 pack shards. And we can duplicate a card if we have to, so let's see. Plus 30 magic power. Purge and cost -1. And sacrifice a unit to put it into another unit. Plus 10 HP, extinguish +4 permanently, multi-strike 1, burnout 1. I mean, another draft could actually be really nice. It'd be a burnout 4, 60 damage draft that can just kind of be played immediately. You know what? I just realized a bounty stalker in a bounty stalker means that they'll have stealth 2. I think that's the play. Because then he'll live for 2 turns and kill 2 sequences of enemies moving up, and you don't have to play him multiple times. Man, that's so good. Okay. Okay. And we can get to exactly 50 pack shards too by doing this, which is nice. So Hellvent, we're gonna duplicate our bounty stalker, put a bounty stalker in a bounty stalker, and then all of a sudden they're gonna have stealth 2 and do 300 damage per turn. So sacrifice a unit. We're gonna sacrifice the weakest one that doesn't have upgrades. And we're gonna put that in one of the strongest ones. So we're at 75 pack shards, good bounty stalker, plus 30 magic power, deal 175 damage and apply daze 3 to an already damaged unit. That's pretty good. Let's take that. Although this will be free after we play it once. So let's put this on the ice tornado. And then purge. I would like to purge probably one reform. We have too many of them. And now we're at 100 pack shards, so when we finish this fight, in theory, we should go fight the last divinity. With a deck that is, oh, you do remove stealth though. With a deck that isn't that bad. Our bounty stalkers, thank God we got them early enough. They're doing a lot of damage. They're paving the way for our victory. Right, I did forget about this whole nonsense up here. But hey, you know, good. Sketches of Salvation was wrong. We should not have taken that card. That was a bad card. So what are we gonna do? I think we're gonna play Soul Guard at the top. The more I think about it, the more I realize that a tank late that you can put 2 stalkers behind is probably ideal. So I'm gonna play Soul Guard at the top. He's gonna crush our energy. He doesn't, wait, he doesn't get Ember? I thought he did get Ember Drained. He got Ember Drained earlier. I don't know. But Bounty Stalker can come down here and get 2 kills easily enough. And then we can start doing this. Do this, do this. We did a lot of damage to Seraph immediately. That was kind of sick. Everything's dying, and this is the problem with the 2 bounty stalkers being here with the silo fight due to Sketches of Salvation, because they're never gonna die. Because we're playing our bounty stalkers down here to get the freaking kills. So we probably misplayed this one to a small degree, just saying. Guardian's Amulet will be playable next turn. We can get rid of the Ember Drain. All we need to do now, you know what? We can make him burn out, and then we can replay him. So you take that. You take this. You might as well, you know, make this free. And then the Preserve is also gonna be free next turn. We got a lot of preservation happening here. That was fantastic. I hate that you're living, but this Bounty Stalker will die in a turn, and then we can replay him. Trigger units on death ability. Which is the one that's the weakest? It's the one that's currently 161. I don't know which one that is. It's the one that has Endless in the middle. Is that you? I can't tell. I can't see what card you came from. But we don't have to play it quite yet. I do want to burn you out so that I can replay you later. So let's do this. Primitive Mold Purge. We could keep it in the deck. There's no reason to play it. You guys do a lot of damage. Ice Tornado's free. Start there. Honestly, this will keep you alive. Now you get 2 more kills. Getting kills is very important. I will always try to get kills. Let's play that next turn. And then you will remove your debuff stack, so Immortal Entrapment's not that good. What are we gonna do? Let's play, in that case, nothing. I'm keeping the Guardian's Amulet so we can use it if there's an Ember Drain unit. Bounty Stalker's here. Because he burned out, and now that he burned out, he doesn't have Burnout on him, because the card didn't put Burnout on, what was it? Whiplash doesn't put Burnout permanently, it's the temporary Burnout. So now you're free to be played, which is fantastic. You're not doing anything. We will incant twice. So let's just get that done. Let's preserve the Whiplash. So now you're dying, we're taking 15 damage, who cares? Bounty Stalker goes out. You can't explain that. Honestly, let's just like do that. Can't even play it. Oh, you know what? Let's buff your damage. And then does anyone have burnout? You have burnout. Why are you not dying? Oh, because of the quickness. Let's just keep Whiplash, I guess. I mean, I guess we could buff. We could buff our draft. It's dying anyways. Ah, we should have played, you know, the card to do the Ember Train. I kind of immediately forgot that that was something that was going to happen. You're dying, fantastic. You're dying, fantastic. At least this floor is doing what it needs to do. Now that we killed our own units, this floor is good now. How strange is that? All right, you're dead. We should play this on the middle. I don't even think you play the draft. I don't know what you do. End turn. Oh look, it's another bounty stalker. I guess we're gonna play a bounty stalker. Ice Tornado is, let's be honest, is good. We're gonna have one bounty stalker live and get Ember drained, who cares? We do have a preserve, so let's preserve a... Probably a mold still. Then I guess we could preserve another one. Maybe preserve a Whiplash. I just don't know what to play. I really don't. We have such a decent setup here. Nothing is getting through because these units are just insanely powerful. Everything dies on every turn on the bottom floor. And then Soul Guard, he's taking no damage. When we hit Relentless, we're just gonna place 2 Bounty Stalkers behind him. He's gonna be a 200 health tank with 400 damage units backing him up. It is, as I would call it, kinda sick. I don't, what do you play? You don't even play anything. There's nothing to play. You just hit end turn. Now, this is gonna change very quickly. Maybe not on that card, but on this one, yes. You're taking 500 damage. You know, since you're dying on the first hit, let's just buff your damage for the next cycle. And then, and can't. You know what, we should have played the Ice Tornado. We could have done another 200 damage on that floor. Strangely enough, I wish that Silophyte wasn't here anymore. Really, what we don't need is the tank. The Guard of the Unnamed. He did a good job earlier keeping Soul Guard alive so Soul Guard could do damage, but we don't need him anymore. He's not an important unit. I'm just gonna preserve the Stalkers. Play an Ice Tornado. We do have the capacity for both of them on this floor. Do we need to? Yeah, I would say we do definitely need to. So there's one. By the way, you're dead. Just in case you didn't think that that was enough, you have another Bounty Stalker. And they're doing... Each one is doing over 200 damage per hit. Now we barely got to 100 pack shards, but sure, hey, Last Divinity. Threat level Midnight. I'm scared. Yeah, I get it, he's tall. We got 2 Bounty Stalkers in the front. No Silophyte? You might think it's crazy. I think that's a good thing. Because with no Silophyte, we can stack up a bottom sweeper that is gonna wreck. Now, we don't want to put units on the top floor do the sweep. We want Stalkers to be behind this floor or this floor. This floor, they're gonna die eventually, do the multi-strike. Until then, they're doing 1,000 damage per turn. and one of them is going to be stealth next turn, so it's going to kill anything that moves up, and things are going to move up. These units have damage shield 1, annoying, but Silophyte will purge the damage shield. Soul Guard can come out and start buffing himself. And then we will just start with some Reformations. I'm gonna play this one even though it has let's keep it, because we're gonna want to bring back Silophyte soon. Actually, an amulet might have been good here, but we needed to get the Silophyte out. So she's getting kills. That's her job. We can play the amulet wherever we want. We could play it up here, but everything's dying and we'll get a bounty stalker back in hand that we can play on the bottom. If we want, we don't have to. Silophyte's down here. We can play it at the top just to hit him. He took 1,000 damage on turn 1. That's insane. So we want Silophyte to die. You doing damage doesn't matter. And I want to bring back a stealth unit next turn. See, I think we just try to get Soul Guard out soon. And honestly, if Soul Guard dies, Soul Guard dies. Oh, we can play a draft down here too. I gotta admit, an Ice Tornado is pretty good, but things are working, so let's just do this, and then Soul Guard can hang out for a bit. We only get 1 extinguish trigger on that instead of 2, but I want the unit that does the least amount of damage to get the most help. Look at how tanky these boys are. Everything's dying though, you love to see it. Silophyte can come out with a burnout 1 and just do a good job on all of them. Ice Tornado's free, we should definitely play it. That helped a lot. There's no green numbers anymore, I like that. And Soul Guard is actually gonna come out right now. So we're just gonna play him at the top. If he dies due to the sweep at the top, who cares? It's literally the whole point of these units is to die over and over again. Now this floor sucks. That being said, it's still not that bad, and we can daze him. We can actually daze the boss if we really wanted to. It's another use case for mortal entrapment. Mortal entrapment. Mortal entrapment. You know what? Oops, now you're dead. Let's get the Silophyte out. That's a boss. Stalker is not dying. This Stalker has stealth 2, so I do think we can just pop him out up here at the top. Anyone have burnout? We do have a burnout unit. Let's keep buffing the Silophyte then. Keep her going. Ice Tornado could kill the unit at the front, which means that the second place guy is gonna take a lot more damage. You're dying immediately, which is great. Didn't quite get him, but I think it did change the number slightly. And I think we'll just smack you. All right, what do we got? You're dying, which is great. You're dying, which is great. Who cares about a Bounty Stalker? Bounty Stalker is finally going. Discipled Inquisitor will die next turn easily. He does have trample. You're dying, who cares? There's nothing to reform. So if there's nothing to reform, I think this turn ends up being pretty easy. And the turn is simply, you throw out a buff wherever you can. You preserve your molds. and you end turn. The divinity is half dead. Now, 2 units died. One of them was the tank. Hey, we finally have room for more bounty stalkers on the middle floor. Fantastic. Gotta play one up here, though. How much HP do you have? 239. We can't quite get there, but we can at least still kill one of you. This is my silo fight. You pretty much always go there. And then a stalker. Might as well get a kill. And then sap. You might as well, right? It's in hand. And then with this, you know what? We could do another 200 damage to the boss by playing the ice tornado up here. Everything down here is already dying. That needs to die, yeah. 1 unit available. Right, it's the guard. I don't really want to bring out the guard. I'd rather have an opportunity to maybe bring out another silo fight later. Because the guard doesn't matter. We came to this conclusion earlier. You're a sweeper, who cares? We came to that conclusion early. What happened to our energy? What? There must have been like a sweep ember drain somewhere. I have 0 energy. That's still fine, because we can still save the bounty stalker, but that's a little annoying. Maybe we do want to bring out a tank here. Or the silo fight. We can probably get either one. Okay, so what's going on? You're killing a bounty stalker. No one has Ember Drain, right? That card is in limbo. Okay, now you're both dead. It did purge that one, but it was specifically to be able to bring out another draft. It's doing 90 damage. Might as well. Bounty Stalker we were able to save. So he'll be playable next turn. 2 waves remaining. Nothing has made it through. Nothing has made it through. And you might have thought when I took 85 damage on 1 turn due to 1 unit making it up, that things were in a rough position. Things are not in a rough position. We're handling this perfectly fine. You're dead, you're taking 200 damage, which is perfect. Dare I say it, we don't need to play the Bounty Stalker, but I'm going to. Now, is there any sweep Ember Drain? No. We're only gonna lose 1 Ember next turn. Good. Preserve, Sacred Wicks. I guess we will. Like, there's no reason not to play the Preserve for 0, because when it costs 1 to Spell Chain, it costs 0 thanks to a relic. You might as well. You might as well. Now, I'm not gonna play Ice Tornado, because if I hit the units that deal damage on death, it's gonna kill the silo fight. So instead, we're just gonna play it up here. We'll play this one too. Just to get him out of hand. Wait, we have garbage in our deck? Where did this come from? Wait a minute. By the way, the boss is dead! We haven't even done anything yet! And the boss is dead. And the silo fight's a 106.70, which is fantastic. By the way, let's make sure we play that next turn. By the way, make sure we play this next turn. By the way, here's a draft. By the way, okay, we didn't get anything else to play there, but still. I won! I want to run, yay! Claps all around, woo! He did it! Okay. Going on that early lark of taking the bounty stalkers paid out. Paid out magnificently. We're able to buff him up, duplicate him. You can enable this card frame in your logbook. Card frame unlocked. All right. By defeating the last divinity with these cards, you've unlocked a special stamp for them, plus 4 more. Hell yeah. I forgot that that's part of the unlock criteria. You know, we've got to keep mastering all these cards here. All right, it worked. Hey, that was a good one. And then I think we can go to our run summary here. except we want to go main menu, history, summary. That way we get a little bit of it's not really that much music happening here, unfortunately, but yeah, we took all the trials too, which was kind of crazy. But bounty stalkers, getting them killed and reviving them thanks to all of the primitive molds worked as a strategy. Getting multi-strike on them was very important. If we needed to, I would have easily just, melded the draft inside of them, but we got lucky getting in the multi-strike and then starting the duplication process. But having only bounty stalkers meant that primitive mold had a very good chance of hitting a bounty stalker, and we could bring it back every turn. The preserve freezing a mold so we could play it on an appropriate turn was very helpful. The spell chain so that we could hold 2 molds per shuffle through the deck was very helpful, and then also getting Titan's Claw was very helpful. About the only thing I would change is not take Sketches of Salvation. It didn't really matter that much, but on fight number 7 against the Shade Wings, we took a lot of damage because the middle floor didn't do what I wanted it to do. The sweep unit was in the wrong spot. We couldn't kill our bounty stalkers to replay them. Units were kind of making it through. But this was a great run. We had, honestly, perfect assortment of units, cards, and relics. Every relic we got was dynamite. Plus 10 damage. Incanting twice means that Soul Guard can come out more easily. In the end, he wasn't even that important. And frozen cards reduced to 0. We had a lot of frozen cards. Extra unit upgrade. Can't complain at all. Good run. And for those of you on YouTube, hey, thank you very much. I'm not recording this on Twitch. This is live. Well, this is not live. This is the opposite of live. This is an old recording. But for everyone watching, like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more. Follow me on Twitch to be notified of when I go live. Support me on Twitch, Patreon, Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, or Amazon wishlist. And I hope to see you here again for the next run of Monster Train.